All right, round number 2. Got a 2000 GMC Sonoma. We are going after the power steering pump today. And first thing you gotta do to get yourself some nice good old room is to take off this hood. It's just 2 of these plastic clips on each side, 2 10 mils, lifts right out. We're also going to be taking apart that, give us some room, take the upper radiator hose off, take this hose off, and there's that. And let's get this. Those are going to be 8s. But also, yeah. Didn't tighten it up last time I was here, which that's okay because I knew I was going to come back out. Just move it like that. Okay. Alright, and now this can come all the way up. Don't hit yourself in the chin like I just did. Next we're going to go after this belt, this tensioner right here. And what do we got? What do we got? I do believe it might be a 15 mil. Yeah, 15 mil. And there you go. And then, really, you can leave that there for this clutch. It's always going to be, from what I've read online, there's always going to be one set of blades that are a little bit wider than the rest, but these ones look about even, right? So, going after this right here, gotta put it down, kind of try to aim. Let's see if I can't get you mounted somewhere nice. Maybe you'll stay right there, but I'm gonna go for this right here. first have it go down as far as possible. I think I'm going to need the shorter one here. Alright, so this pin basically pushes on the inside of the pulley here, and the tool will grab onto this here, pull it out. Alright, that's the whole idea with it. I'm going to just put you back on my head here, try to aim you the best I can. There. Alright, and we get this, put it together like so, and then there's a little dimple inside here. What you do is you put that in, and have this go up as far as possible. Okay, let's see if it works. Let's see. For these, you got a thick side, skinny side. Thick side goes around the pulley. So, okay, just like that, and then put the sleeve on. All right, so then what you do is you grab it by the big piece here, grab it by there, and you're going to use this end to drive it down to pull it out. So let's 17, 19, no. 16, 18, no. We're looking for that 13. 1513. So okay, put that there. That honestly looks like a 22, but for the sake of it, right? Just need this there to hold it, right? Give it a little wiggle, make sure it's nice and tightened down, and gotta take that clamp off. Some pliers. This right here. Okay, and we will tuck this right down in here. Just in case there's something in that line. Okay. All right, and this is what was holding it in there. Okay, grab this real quick. And Alright. So now it's a matter of getting this out and getting the power steering lines disconnected, which gotta be a little hard to do, I think. Because we got one disconnected right here already. So okay. So I do think I might be able to just grab onto this right here and disconnect that line and just be able to pull this up, right? But first, we're gonna take off, we're gonna take these two off. See if it gives us enough leverage. Okay, so that definitely did give us some room here, and now it's just okay, so there's one right here. We'll just get that off now. So that's a bracket that will go to stay together, and then looks like just undo it from there, because we're gonna have to transfer it. So that's our guy, that's our point. Let's try a 17, huh? Ooh. Okay. $22, $24. $16, $13. Not in there. Where's my 15 mil? That or I just go for that. Honestly, might just go for that. Okay, give me one moment. Found the 15. And it's not a 15. GM, it's gonna be something metric, right? With like that. Or standard, not metric. got it to pop. There we go. Just gonna take it apart from there. We'll set these right here. Boom. And power steering pump is out. Okay. So, I got our old one and the new one right here. Put them up against each other, kind of compare them. That's where your bracket's going to go. And you need to take this out, you need to get that out also. So, 16. There's hardly anything in there. And I'm gonna make this real easy for me and get my hammer. Get my hammer. That's just because I don't have a vise. If I had a vise, I'd just throw it on the vise, pop it off from there. But we're gonna hold it down with our foot and do this. All right. There we go. All right. There is that. Power steering pump goes there. Then with that power steering pump, I know we had some O-rings. Okay, now this okay, and we're going to take off this protective piece here. Just making sure that one didn't have a gasket at all. But so this O-ring looks like that one right there. And then we got a bigger O-ring. So where we got to put that? We got this one right here. And that's really the only ones I disconnected. Okay. Then we'll get this bracket. That goes right there. Where's that nut? Got a little lightheaded, that's right. Got the nut. Okay. And we'll just take the impact. Okay. So okay. I'm gonna try to be very careful about taking this O-ring off. Okay, came off, no issues. And this one goes on. And then we just tighten it down roughly right here. Right? Yeah. You want to make sure you know where this came off at, right? So if you wanted to, just take it and just kind of measure it up, see where it really needs to be, right? Because if that power steering pump is going to go in like this, right, where is it going to be able to meet this? And honestly, right where I have it, all the way up or just a little lower, right, so it doesn't make contact with this, doesn't make a sound, I think that would be good. So we're going to try to keep it there as much as possible. We'll bring it up here a little bit. I know, pretty cliche to just do it on the ground, but this is all I have right now. So, bear with me, and yeah, bear with me. I also need to find the other nut for this. But actually, just for the ease, right, once I do find that nut, we're gonna put it on down here, right? Okay. Now, I do believe these are all the same size. They look like it, so we're gonna go from there. And we're gonna throw it right down in here. we will line it up. Am I hitting on something? Okay. Get our impact again. Okay. Okay, done this. Need to do a little bit of an adjustment. And just take it out, make it easy for ourselves. Okay. And then let's just find another bolt for this right here. Gonna pause it real quick. Okay, found another bolt there. And get our impact back out. Oh shit. Okay. Wow, you can get a wrench back there on the hose. Didn't think that was gonna be a thing, but it's a thing. And then we'll get our pliers. Put this line back on, pinch our clamp here. Boom, there's that. And then let's get this belt reorganized real quick just so we have an easier installation. And then we'll be putting this pulley back on and we'll be bleeding the power steering. The guy has a full bottle in his car for the power steering. Just leave it like that for now. Okay. Get this reorganized here. Get it back on our tensioner. And then you also have a belt wiring diagram here. Most GMs or cars will sometimes have this. GM's kind of known for this. And that's just because they knew that you were going to be doing a lot of engine work when they made these cars. So, you know, take it how it is. Thanks, GM. So right here, top right, is our alternator. Then we got our pulley. We got the tensioner. Got the fan. And then, yeah, fan, crank, all the good fun stuff. So, goes like that. Boom. And so this side, And these fan clutches are made to just confuse every living shit out of you. Huh. How's it going?
Doing kids run. I may be back before he may be back, so.
How soon is he gonna be back?
I'll be here right before 3:30.
Right before, okay, gotcha. I'm almost finished up. I'm putting everything back together, so.
Okay.
Yep. I gotcha. Okay, so let's just start here, right? And then so this is going to go around the crank, so that means it's going to go like this. I don't even know. We're just gonna roll with it here, right? He's getting to me. Just kidding. That's not. Just yeah. So boom, boom, boom. Just like this. And then it's going to go around the crank, just like this, and whatever. So let's just do this. Gotta check to see if I have battery still. Alright, I'm just gonna go change the battery now. Okay, had to take my gloves off. You won't believe how much sweat came out of them suckers. I'm gonna put this right back where it belongs. That's good. Now we come back to here and actually gives us instructions. I'm going to look at the instructions real quick because I do not want to do this wrong. So we're going to use this again. Going to use this. Got the screw installer, bearing, number 3. So we got number 3 here. We got the thrust washer. Number 4, we got the washer. Okay. So number 4 is the thrust washer, so that will go like so, just like that. And we're gonna put it in the pulley, put it here, get everything lined up, push it back on. Okay. And then remember, everyone, if you're on the job and you need some sort of instruction on how to do something, it is okay. It is okay to do that. And this one, don't even need anything to line it up with, so to say. It'll just kind of sit there and just get it on there as much as possible. Screw it on there. All right. And you'll see everything start to kind of lock itself down. Yep. There is threads in there. So you're basically using that screw to line it up. And make sure this is nice and sitting flush here, right? Get it nice and hand tighten. And then it's going to be the same thing, only you're going to be tightening it from this position here. Right, so we get our 15 again, and we get this big old behemoth, right? Let's see if we can't find something to line up with that. Okay. 21, not quite. Not quite. How is it not going to work? That works a little. I think the paint might be okay. I think we'll make it work. I think we'll be able to make it work. Okay. So screw that on. I'm kind of holding it from the bottom just to keep everything nice and lined up. Go on, get out of here. Don't need you here. Oh, wrong side. Very important that you have it lined up before you start tightening it down. This is going to take me a little bit. I already know it. But tighten it from this piece here. The inside piece, not the outside piece, the inside piece. I'll just see you in the next clip. Okay. Power steering pump is back. The pulley is back on. Let's now work on this belt here. So what I do is I make sure I don't have any kind of twists or curls or anything like that. If this left hand is on the rib side, the right hand has to be on the rib side also. That's how you know it's not tangled. Okay. And so I think we're going to start from the tensioner and make our way counterclockwise here. So throw the belt on the tensioner here. We're going to go push it through the fan clutch and its cover, because then we're going to go down around the crank here. And then what we are going to do is we're not going to take it off, but we're going to make a loop instead, right? And actually, we're going to have to go back through, right? Take it, throw it down. All right. Okay, we're on the crank now. And we're gonna put it around the pulley. I'm just trying to make sure the bottom side is lined up here. All right, so now we're on the pulley, or on the water pump rather, water pump fan clutch. Go down to your power steering pump here. Well, bam, zam. Get our ratchet, or actually, we can just get this, right? Same size as your tensioner. $15. Take it and bring it all the way over. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Make sure you're all lined up. Looks like that water pump pulley has to come in a little bit there. Boom, bam, zam, kablam. Then put everything back together. Bleed your power steering fluid, put some new fluid in, get the old stuff out, make sure there's no leaks, and you will be done with your new power steering pump. This will come out, Jeebus. Okay, there's that. And the way you bleed your power steering fluid, start the vehicle, put your power steering fluid inside. Make sure the fluid is inside before you start the vehicle. Put your fluid inside the vehicle, or in the power steering pump, right? And you're gonna go and you're going to turn to the key to the on position, key on, engine off, right? And then you're gonna go left, right, all the way left, all the way right. Gonna do that a bunch of times, and it will purge the air out of your power steering system, and you'll be able to add more, get the correct amount, and go from there. But other than that, that is all. Thanks for watching. See you next time.